You've got students out there that we can't deprive of this opportunity.
Tutoring programs under investigation. Groups making hundreds of thousands of dollars from the state despite failing grades. Tonight, a look at how they're getting away with it.
New at 10, it's a program designed to help disadvantaged kids make the grade, but the SES tutoring program has been overrun with fraud allegations and poor performance. It's a story we brought you first several months ago. AJ Ross has been doing some more digging into what education officials are doing to turn this program around. AJ?
Yolanda, with millions in taxpayer dollars on the line and recent criminal allegations, the Ohio Department of Education has vowed to clean up this SES tutoring program. But we found this won't be an overnight job.
I don't know how they're getting away with it.
Away with millions of dollars at your child's expense through a program called SES, or Supplemental Educational Services. It's a federal program designed to bridge the education gap among students in poorly performing schools. But an ABC6 investigation back in April was the first to show you this program has a lot of flaws.
We know that there are many facets of this program that we want to take a deep, intensive, critical look at.
Since our initial report, we've been holding the Ohio Department of Education accountable. They oversee the program. Spokesman Patrick Galloway admits there is room for improvement, starting with oversight. A state performance report released just 2 months ago revealed more than half the state-approved tutors did not make the grade last year. Among those listed is African Refugee Educational and Cultural Services. It scored a 0 on a rating scale of 0 to 57. With 40 considered effective. Columbus City Schools paid African refugee more than $7,000 last year. A lot of money for a job not well done.
Why would they give the score of 0, though, if it was 63 kids?
I don't know, actually.
When I approached the director of African refugee, he seemed stunned by the rating, as if it was his first time seeing it.
But if you're doing a good job, you claim you're doing a good job, why would they just pick on you all and try to move you?
Believe it or not, his checks were chump change compared to the more than $400,000 dished to Lincoln Park Tutoring Center, which also scored poorly on the state's performance report.
So you disagree? I know it was a rating of, what, 17, which does fall under
Yes.
the not effective.
Yes.
You disagree with that?
I completely disagree with that.
Lincoln Park Director Abdul Salway thinks the rating system is biased in Columbus, since his group received an above-average rating in other school districts.
Where do you think they're getting this from?
I have no idea.
When you add it all up, the Department of Education has shelled out millions to a program that it knows is flawed.
So they have to meet 2 consecutive years of not effective to be taken out of the program and removed from the state list.
Galloway says this is just one of several federal guidelines keeping officials' hands tied, including the rules on how much each provider can charge per student.
At this point, the way the law is written, and again, it's a federal law, providers are sort of allowed to set their own pay scale.
Which means bad tutors can charge districts whatever they want, from $35 to $90 an hour. It's a long money trail littered with documents alleging fraud and other criminal activity. To weed out the good from the bad, ODE has removed more than a dozen providers from the list this year alone. In fact, one provider, Somali Link newspaper, is under investigation right now for allegedly turning in forged parent applications.
We had said, why not just decertify or cancel the program now and then resume it later? We had real concerns with that because that becomes a moral issue. You've got students out there that we can't deprive of this opportunity, because if we would just say wholesale cancel this program, they could go a year without this extra support.
Extra support that is being offered by providers with stellar track records, like the tutoring club of POW.
The intent of No Child Left Behind and SES is very good. The devil's in the details and how it's been administered.
Jim Galvin has been in the tutoring business for 7 years and tutors both SES and non-SES kids year-round. He says his system works, and so do many others that have consistently met state standards.
We build a unique roadmap for each student through our curriculum that addresses their specific skill needs. So they're working on the things that they need to work on.
Despite these results, Galvin says parents often choose convenience over quality.
A lot of these organizations will agree to come pick your child up, provide them a meal, watch them for a couple hours, come to your home. So for a lot of parents, it's the path of least resistance.
Whichever path parents choose this year, all roads lead back to the Department of Education. At the end of the year, all providers will be dropped and forced to go through a recertification process. It may seem like a blanket solution, but officials with ODE believe it's an essential first step toward revamping this entire program.
This is definitely a story we're going to keep monitoring because there's really so many facets of this program that if you place a magnifying glass on, you discover something new. I'm AJ Ross, Fox 28 News.
All right, we'll look for follow-ups, AJ. Thank you.